Hello guys, my name is Edwin. I'm here for the proposal. So today I'm gonna present you the consequence of substrate concentration of the rate of activity of Catalasse. Okay. Um, Abstract. The purpose of this slide is to examine the impact kinetic energy of temperature, substrate concentration, enzyme concentration, and the inhibitor of the efficiency and rate of activity of catalyze. In other words, the concentration of the substrate increase, the rate of the response will be increased as well. Bedside, the temperature of catalyzed surround setting is increased, then the rate of the result will also be increased. They are neither used up in the reaction nor they perform as the reaction products. All enzymes catalyze reaction are flexible. Introduction. Definitely, catalase is an enzyme which is originate in for the most living organisms. It catalyzes the decay of hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen. Catalase instantly reduces the motivation energy need for the reaction. Deprived of catalase, the decay will take much longer and will not be fast sufficient to withstand human life. Hydrogen peroxide is correspondingly a dangerous, very powerful byproduct of metabolism, and it is indispensable that is broken down rapidly so it does not cause destruction to cell. At a certain fact of concentration of substrate will plug it all activity machine, and by calculating more substrate, the feedback is acceptable out unaffected, like Campbell and we said page 154. At this point, the simple rule to increase the rate of the reaction when the substrate is sucked into the increase more enzymes that the addition substrate can plug. Temperature or pH likewise perform an analogous role in implementation the enzyme activity. As the temperature is augmented, the rate of the reaction augments to specific point. This happens because as the temperature is additional, there is more energy permitting the substrate to aid with the enzyme. Hypothesis. I consider that as the concentration of hydrogen peroxide substrate increases, the rate of the reaction will increase as well. First of all, as there are progressively lighter molecules of hydrogen peroxide, there will be lighter impact in the middle of the substrate and enzyme molecule catalase in ease. Most important, an increase in the enzyme substrate facilities form. Because the enzyme is controlling factor, the reaction will break completely when all of the activity site becomes soaked with substrates. This will be result in decreased time per second of being produced as one the byproducts of this reaction. In other words, the experiment is that influence substrate hydrogen peroxide will be enabled on the reaction rate. The mixture of the hydrogen peroxide and water of 40% of the yeast, because if the concentration is double over, the number of molecules of the substrate is correspondingly double over. That means there will be 2 times as many successful collisions. For the reason, it is true to say in theory with your concentration. Okay? Predict result. The lower concentration of hydrogen peroxide used, the lower reaction rate will be. Material I need: 5 tons of hydrogen peroxide, water, yeast, gas syringes, stopcock, clamp 5 liter paper for each trial, syringe, stopper, thermometer, tweezers, beakers, test tube rack, pipette filter. My method. Independent variable. The independent variable is manipulated will be the concentration of hydrogen peroxide. I anticipate to use a tube in order to make concentration of 0%, 3%, 10%, 2%, and 3%. I will do this by creating each combination of 100 millimeter. So, for instance, the 3% concentration solution would be consist of 50 millimeters of hydrogen peroxide and 0 water. I will put the 5 different concentration solution in tapering flask, which will be placed a beaker. Because a tube is very precise way of measuring volumes, I rely on that this will be the greatest technique to make the concentration. In addition, this will be remove a very large tool error that will occur if I use a beaker. In each introduction experiment, I count the volume of gas each 10 seconds, but originate that the reason that the response was over beforehand, I had enough dimensions, and that the result I increase will not be adequate to obtain sufficient data to bring a valid conclusion. Okay. Well, dependent variable. The dependent variable is the volume of gas, shape. It is respectively reaction. This will be different as a straight result of the dissimilar concentration of hydrogen peroxide. Result. The results of the experiment are described in words. The tables, graph, and figure support the information given in the result below. This is my first table. You can see. And then my second table. The trial 1, trial 2, average. And then this is a graph. Discussion. From the table, I can understand that as a concentration of hydrogen peroxide reduces, the volume of oxygen created reduces as such result. Let me go back to show you guys. You can see because as the concentration reduces, the amount of molecule of hydrogen peroxide also reduces. Furthermore, it decreases the quantity of atoms that correspond with each other, and so of the amount of impact that which the motivation energy also decrease. There were also less possible impact, and so enzyme substrate multiplex form. To be precise, relates to how close the dependently of the given result is the one another. The tendency shown as a result were accurate because there was a great correlation among the concentration and reaction rate, labeling a high, strong relationship among the two variables. And the reaction, on the other hand, this precision does not relate to its exactitude due the outer in the result. Okay. To conclude, to sum up, the tendency in the result did not support the hypothesis. For this experiment, it was hypothesized that uncertainly the concentration of the hydrogen peroxide will out increase, then the rate of the reaction will be increased. In addition, when challenging the reaction rate of the enzyme, figure 1, let me go back for figure 1. Figure 1 noticeably show that the reaction rate increase when the reaction increase. Okay. And then as a reference, thank you for watching. If you want to see more video like this, please like my page